So, the achievement gap is a very real thing that exists in different ways throughout our country and in our communities. It is the disparity in academic success in white students and students of other races. Reasons why this gap exists could be due to socioeconomic status. In the research journal Closing the Achievement Gap Between Low Poverty Schools and High Poverty Schools by Borg and Stranahan, clearly states that socioeconomic is a big cause of the gap. Students who are low income have certain characteristics, such as their parents are usually not educated, neither is the community they reside in, and they have a higher influence of high school dropouts. So these students all go to the high school that is in their neighborhood with lower opportunities, lower standards, and then you have the schools in the richer neighborhoods with kids that have more opportunity, more money, parents that are educated, and this creates a gap. Another reason for the achievement gap is tracking programs. So some schools that do have a diverse population, but they create low track classes for students who aren't capable of regular curriculum. In the article Closing the Achievement Gap, Carol Burris, who contributes to the article, is also the principal of a high school that gradually starts removing the tracking program and giving all her students the same curriculum. And they are able to close this gap. So detracking reforms are grounded in the established ideas that higher achievement follows from a more rigorous curriculum, and that low track classes with unchallenging curricula result in lower student achievement. This is a direct quote from Closing the Achievement Gap, 2005. And another reason for the achievement gap can be culture. So in Kathy Jordan's journal, The Role of Culture in Minority School Achievement suggests that culture plays a big part in the gap. Teachers and students come into the classroom with behavior expectations that are developed from outside, and this leads to misinterpretations of expectations, motivations, and intentions. So here's the culture gap that I have witnessed in my community, which is Yuma, Arizona. I was fortunate enough to go to one of the better high schools here in town, but just 15 minutes south from us, we have a small town called Somerton, Arizona, where Hispanics make up 96% of the population. They have their public school system only goes up to 8th grade. Therefore, their high school students are bused to a high school in Yuma. All of those students get to attend the same high school, and turns out that high school is one of the lowest ranking in the state, sitting at 337 out of 420 high schools in Arizona. So why is this high school so below average from high schools in Yuma? Well, most students are Hispanic, they're low income, qualify for free and reduced lunch. They're not giving the opportunity. They're just being bused to this one high school. So my proposed solution is integration. Instead of sending all Hispanic students from Somerton to one single high school, they should distribute them to other existing high schools in Yuma to increase diversity and offer the same opportunities to all students. So resources that we would need, maybe more transportation, if that, because students could just wake up earlier and go on the same bus, and this one bus could just make different stops for the different students that will get dropped off throughout Yuma at different high schools. An obstacle that I do foresee is deciding what students will go where. I don't know how this can be determined or if students will have a say in this. But I know that what I want is that Hispanic students of Somerton is to have the same opportunities that any other student has. I want them to help close the achievement gap that exists here of white and Hispanics. This is an important topic to me because they're the future of this community. I want students to have the same opportunity as me to be able to pursue higher education and reach their goals. Yuma is a small agriculture community, not much room for growth, so I want students to realize that they have more potential that they think and that they can make a difference.